Yep, what Dee Dee said, it had to bring you a quick update to a story that we were looking at a couple of months ago, video I did. Here's the racist couple that decided to hire that decided to adopt 5 black children and use them as slaves. Thank God we got an update of a sentence of 375 years in prison. I hope they could breathe those days. I mean, we got a lot of them talking about Carmela Anthony.
Lance and Whitefeather kept motion-activated Arlo cameras on the children, one in the shed on the 14-year-old boy and 16-year-old girl, and one in a room upstairs with no bed, only a tarp floor that stayed on the 9-year-old girl and 11-year-old boy. The video showed a daily routine of waking up early and being forced to stand with hands on head, unable to change or shower, receiving only peanut butter sandwiches to eat before going back to bed on the floor. In the shed, the teens used a camper toilet, holding a sheet up for each other to shield the other from the camera. Lieutenant Pyle said she first began hearing about this in August before the shed discovery, but testified could never quite get a hold of a CPS worker to follow up.
There was a contact made with a worker once, but there was no further contact to coordinate going and making a visit to the residence together.
The jury saw days of video the Arlo camera saved, including the moments deputies busted in the door on the shed on October 2nd. The children were turned over to Child Protective Services, and when Lance and Whitefeather got back with 2 of the children that night, they were later arrested. But that was just the beginning of their charges and the investigation. On Friday, the jury got an inside look at Whitefeather's cell phone. This included text messages between she and Lance where they referred to the kids as monkeys and pigs. Often Lance would describe physical punishment where he said he, quote, knocked one of them. We saw one text where Lance said, quote, somebody didn't say thank you, and his sandwiches disappeared. We also saw more video from Whitefeather's phone from their time in Washington that also showed yelling and physical abuse from Lance. A finance expert from the West Virginia Fusion Center, Alyssa Ledbetter, also took the stand on Friday. She broke down the adoption payments Whitefeather and Lance received from Minnesota. She said in total of what they analyzed from 2019 to 2023, the two received about $318,000 in adoptions.
Yeah, and I'm so sick of these stank-ass adoption agencies because what they not telling is they get kickbacks too, dumbasses. Y'all been getting kickbacks. Y'all knew it, just like the white lady said a few minutes ago. Oh, you know, we didn't have enough this. No, y'all had a whole lot of stuff, but what y'all do, y'all turn a deaf ear to certain situations. Y'all are jackasses, and y'all always coming after black people for certain things, and y'all see this badass behavior over and over and over again. No one is even going to tell me they didn't even see the signs of this. So, I mean, y'all let these white people go and adopt 5 black children. And y'all don't step in, y'all don't look, y'all don't talk to the children, y'all don't correspond with them, y'all don't communicate with them, y'all don't ask them any questions. Y'all just put kids anywhere, not even just the color. I mean, just children, period. I mean, like, what the F do we need adoption agencies for if all y'all doing is not working, getting kickbacks, working for free, and having the government, like people like me that pay taxes, keep y'all employed? I mean, these people got more goddamn money than a whole community make in a whole damn 10 years time. $300 and something thousand. Man, this is a disgrace.
Support payments, but she testified this didn't tell the whole story.
Of course it didn't tell the whole story, parted head. What about the food stamps? What about y'all helping pay the light bills? I mean, what about other things like that? They got assistance all around the corner, free gifts every year for Christmas, like all kind of stuff these people got. Y'all knew those kids was being mistreated. The lady just told it. 375 years ain't enough time. Y'all want to come after Carmela Anthony for self-defense. And then y'all let these treacherous ass heathens get away with abusing black kids.
Assistance began in June of 2018, and I only had from June of 2019 to November of 2023. So altogether, we're missing about 18 months.
All of this leading up to the most harrowing testimony so far on Friday afternoon from someone who lived it. We are not allowed to film or record the victims who will testify in this case, but were in the room as the teen girl, now 18, but 16 at the time, shared what her life was like both in Washington State and in Sissonville. She said life progressively got worse with White Feather and Lance once they moved to the ranch in Washington in 2019. This is when the outdoor labor began, she said, and the physical punishments that included hits from a PVC pipe. While under a child services investigation there in Washington, eventually they moved to Sissonville, but she did not know why. She talked about how CBS was called soon after they arrived in West Virginia, and she detailed a visit from a worker who stayed on the porch and talked to them through the screen door. The teen testified she was not honest with CPS because Lance could hear her from where she was standing. Eventually, she and her teen brother, who has several mental health disorders, were locked in a shed in August of 2023. She said she went without a shower for 2 months and never changed clothes. She went from sleeping on a mattress to the floor with a sleeping bag. Her brother slept on the concrete floor with only cardboard at his head. She said she was forced to be his babysitter, but testified he was never the dangerous, violent kid that Lance and White Feather made him out to be. She recalled the use of physical violence, pepper spray, and racial slurs from Lance and White Feather. She recalled also being scared when police arrived at the shed, worried that she would say something to upset White Feather. Some of her more emotional moments came during cross-examination by White Feather's attorney, Mark Lance. At one point, he referred to White Feather as her mother, and she quickly corrected him. He questioned why some of her interviews before this contradicted what she said on the stand, but when Tuck asked her why she felt comfortable telling the truth now, she said, "Because I know I won't have to go back to that."
I mean, that's the self-defense.
Lance and White Feather kept...
I mean, he trying to say, oh, the victim lied. I mean, y'all always find lies in black people. I mean, God damn, do y'all think black lies are the biggest lies? No, white ass lies are the biggest lies, dummies. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Like I always say, if you're a white friend of mine, shut your goddamn ears and don't watch this video unless you're giving it a thumbs up. This behavior is not right. I'm so glad they got 365 years. I mean, they only got about, what, a couple of more years left. I mean, y'all that angry with black people where y'all had to go and get black children and keep them as slaves in the modern day when all the white people probably seen it going on and didn't say one word about it. And y'all want us to be quiet. Oh, we aggressive. We monkeys? So what y'all call these animal asses? What are these people called? Now y'all got these babies standing up like this. See, y'all, one thing that y'all like anything that keep black people under the ground. Y'all like anything that keep white feet on top of people's heads and necks. That's why there are so many condoning this prison Angola over there in Orleans. I mean, sitting on a plantation where slaves used to be made to work and treated harshly. See, white people don't want to talk about what blacks went through. Now, y'all want to talk about how Carmelo Anthony gonna be treated because he self-defended himself against a white kid? Why y'all ain't start commenting on this about these heathens of white people that enslaved our innocent black kids that had absolutely nothing to do with anything in this world other than being born and then having to be put in a system that they have no control over? I will hope that these two animals get everything that they deserve in a 375-year prison sentence. Justice to me still isn't served. Not until somebody can take their fist and knock their goddamn teeth out their mouth and let them know they can't think no more. This your girl. And you can kiss my ass if you don't like it.